Nigezza here from nigezza.co.uk, and I'm here today with a tutorial for the card I did for the InspireInk blog hop. So if you follow my blog, you will have seen this card yesterday on the blog hop that I did. The theme, we have a theme every month. We have a theme, and this was a colour challenge, and the colours were Mary Merlot, Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight. That's the three types of ink pads that we use, isn't it? And so this is what I've come up with, and if you stay tuned, I'll show you how I made it. So to make this card, I'm using the lovely Very Vintage. Now this is a host set, so you can't buy it with money. You have to buy it with host rewards. So you get host rewards when you spend £150 or more, and then you get to choose one of the host sets which are at the back of the catalogue, and this is my favourite. I really like it. I haven't had it long, and this is actually the first project that I am doing with it. So there we go, Very Vintage. Now the first thing I'm going to do, because it needs to dry a little bit, is I'm colouring some of our twine. I've already done a little bit. So I've got the Daffodil Delight dark blend, and I've got the Bermuda Bay light one, and I'm just going along, not quite doing it fully, just dabbing it really, and then maybe do a little bit. It twists as you go, so, and then I'm just gonna get the Bermuda Bay one and fill in the gaps, so to speak, to give it a bit of it. I'm not doing Mary Merlot, so I don't have it. Can't do what you ain't got, have you? Can you? There we go. I might put a little bit more of Daffodil Delight on there in places. Go over some of the Bermuda Bay so it gives it a different colour. Kind of goes a bit greeny. And then we'll just leave that. It does dry very quickly with it being alcohol. But there we go. So I'll leave that to one side. We'll use that later. Okay, get rid of that. Right, so now I've got a mess on my hand, but never mind. So I am using the extra thick Whisper White for the card base. I'm using a bit of Mary Merlot, so that's cut to my usual standard mat with a 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and then my second mat in ordinary Whisper White that's going to mat inside that again with an 1/8 of an inch margin all the way around. All measurements will, as ever, be on my blog, but these are the ones that I generally use all the time. Okay, now I am using this is that stamp there, and I'm going to use the Mary Merlot, and I'm just going to stamp a border. Yeah, lots of people will have got stamp pads in the joining offer, and I know I got 2 recruits in that joining offer, and some of them have struggled with these new ink pads, and they said you need to do a tutorial on it. Well, they open like a compact, so it just flips open like that. You open it all the way to the other side and then slide it, and then to close, slide it out, do the reverse and then close, and that's all you have to do. There's none of the sort of twisting that you had before. So just open like you would a compact until it's flat at the back, and then push, and it will lock in place. And then to close, you do the reverse, pull it out the back till it's flat, fold it over and that's it. That is it. Okay, so there we go. Mary Merlot. I ordered this specifically for this colour challenge. So, I mean, I would have ordered it anyway at some point, but I ordered it now. I like to build me ink pads up bit by bit. So what I'm doing is I'm stamping off and then stamping on, stamping off and stamping on, and then coming back in where there's those bits of a gap with the full strength to create a bit of a border down the side. So that's that bit done. The next bit is going to need the stamparatus. Okay, so so that is roughly slightly bigger that. So that is about where I want it. Yep. And then I'm gonna pick it up and I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight. I've only got a little ink spot of it, and I am not fully inking, I'm just dabbing it around, and I'm going to stamp it off and then stick that in right up to the corner, and then I shall use my magnet and then stamp it down on there. And then I'm going to come in with my chamois and clean that off, and then I'm going to take my Bermuda Bay and I'm just going to lightly go over bits at the edge and the odd bit in the middle, and then again I'm going to take that out and I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to put this back and stamp over it. And that's why I like the stamparatus, because you can do things like this with it. So that's filled in some of the gaps there, and now I'm going to clean that off. And I'm now going to come in with the Mary Merlot. And I'm going to go back over with this, where I'm looking, some areas might not have very much. That's that bit there, isn't it? Yeah, I've got that bit now. There we go. Oh, tip of that it there needs some. And then stamp off again. And that's the flower done. So I'll just clean that off. I quite liked it, giving it a sort of a bit of a faded sort of look. Right, so we'll take that one off, and now I'm bringing in this border, the border stamp, which is that one, and I'm going to put this sort of at the bottom, underneath the flower, getting it straight. And move that out of the way. And then I'm going to do the sort of same thing. So I'm going to dab a bit of yellow along there. Stamp it off. Stamp it on. And then I'm going to add the other colours. So a bit of, so I get so used to the new ink pads that when I pick up an old one. So we want, stamp it off once. So I wanted to create a subtle effect. I would never have put these three colours together. So that's why I quite like colour challenges, because it kind of forces you to put things together. I hope you had a little hop round, the little hop. If you didn't, if you click below to the blog post, there will be a link there to the hop, and I suggest you go round, because although at the time of filming this I have of course not seen anybody's creations, but they're always amazing, so, and always quite different, so worth going around. I love this Merry Merlot. It is beautiful. I loved it when I first saw it in the catalogue. And that other stamp that I have neglected. There we go. Right, and then the next thing is the sentiment, the happy birthday, which I'm going to stick down there. Hope that's straight. I'll stamp it to check. And I'm going to do the happy birthday in Merry Merlot. Let's check, is that straight? Yes, I believe it is. So, ink it up. Put this in place. Stick this up there. And stamp. There we have it. So that's all the stamping, but I've not finished with the ink yet. So put that to one side, and I'm going to do a bit of sponging. So I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight and come in at the corners, take most of the ink off before I bring it to the card so it's more subtle. Then I'm going to go up in there. So that's my Daffodil Delight. I'm going to do some Bermuda Bay before I do the Merry Merlot. Get rid of that quite a bit. And then come in with my Merry Merlot. do a little bit, because that's too bright up there, and dial down there. Super. And then do a little bit of blue in this lacy border. That's that. Put these all away. And then I need my string. There's glue on the back of this. Is the one I used with William. I don't know if you saw my video last Tuesday when I was crafting with my great nephew. Such fun. Did enjoy that. He loves the fact that he's now a YouTuber. There, so I'm gonna roll that around. So cut that off there. I need to tape it down a bit. I did have some tape, but I have moved most things. Here it is. Here's the tape I was using with William. Stick that down there to hold it in place. There we are. I am doing this video at the nth hour because William and his brother Henry and his mummy have been staying with me for a week, and so am I off? Sorry, am I off camera? So I have not had much time to do my own crafting. Obviously I crafted with them, but I have got I've got 2 blog hops to prepare for and a couple of challenges, and I haven't had the opportunity to do those. So the deadline for this is 9 o'clock tonight, and so I am going to be lastminute.com doing it. So there we have it, and then I'm just going to, oh, helps if you have a bit of bit more sticky on that, Jez. I'm going to stick that to my card base, well, the mat. There we are, quite like that. Gives it a little bit of a vintage, shabby chicy look. You can, of course, pop it up on dimensionals, but I'm going to not, because it's got some string and it will possibly push it over ordinary postage. So if I had a dimensional, so I'm sticking it flat on like so. And then I stuck it on the wrong way. Have you ever done that? I'm sure you have. Can't be a crafter and not have done that. And as William would say, I thought you were supposed to be a professional, Auntie Jez. Yeah, even we make mistakes. There we go. That didn't take too long to rectify. And then I'm just gonna stick a bit of this on the inside to match the front. There we go. That is my card for the InspireInk blog hop challenge, which was the colour challenge of Mary Merlot, Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight. And that's what I've come up with. So link to the blog post where how I made this card features, and on there you will find a link to the rest of the blog hop, and I do urge you to go and have a look and see how other people have put together these three colours, which I probably never would have put together. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Back again soon, Tuesday, with another tutorial. Okay, bye.